Since building this bike a few months back, I'm still on the original chain that came with the group set, the 11-speed Durace. So after a whole summer of riding and a few thousand Ks, it's time to check to see the condition of the chain, to see if it's time to replace it. I have a new chain here and all the tools to put it on, but that's not what today's video is about. It's about this little tool here. This tool is such a cheap little simple tool to use that everyone should have one, even if you don't have other tools, such as all of this stuff to change your chain yourself. Having one of these, which is just a few dollars worth, will let you know whether it's time to take your bike in for a service or maybe order a new chain and put one on your bike. So let me show you the process that I go through with one of these, and I'll put links below where you can find one of these yourself as well. So let me show you what it's all about. So the tool itself, this is a few years old now. It's just a piece of metal, that's all it is. It has some branding on there, but don't worry too much about the branding. So what it's all about is measuring the stretch, or the wear, I guess, of the chain, or the rollers on the chain. Up here is 1% wear, here 0.75% wear. Let's go with, if this fits in the chain like that, it's time to change the chain. If it fits in like that, it's definitely time to change the chain. So the instructions on here is 1% worn, replace the chain. 0.75% worn, maybe time to replace the chain. For me, chains are cheap, so if it fits in the 0.75, it's time to change it out. Okay, so first of all, we try the 0.75. So it's as easy as just slotting it back between the rollers there. And if that fits in, it's time to change the chain. And we have a winner. That's why I've got this. So as I assumed, after so many Ks, it's time to get this puppy off. Is it worse than 0.75 though? Is it 1% worn? Let's have a go at that. No, I can't get that in to 1%. So that's not going in there. And for the measure twice, cut once theory people, we'll go at the top as well. 0.75 slots straight in. So thanks for your service, chain. You'll be coming off the bike. Not quite 1% worn though, but we'll get it off at 0.75. All right. So if you don't like the idea of playing your own bike mechanic, still get yourself one of these tools. They are so cheap, and as you saw then, so simple to use. And you'll know when it's time to take your bike in to get the chain replaced and to get things running smoothly again. So that's all I really wanted to cover today, just this simple little tool. If you want to hang around, you can watch me put the chain on the bike and get running nice and smooth. I'm a fan of the quick link because it's this easy to get a chain off. I do use quick links, and I kind of cheat the system by using about 2 or 3 chains per quick link. You probably ideally will replace them every chain, but they cost a few dollars. So I recycle these, 2 or 3 chains out of every quick link. Okay. So for chain length, I've swept the ground, don't worry, it's nice and clean. And we crack open the new chain, like so. And because I'm using a quick link, we have to knock off both ends. So we have to knock this end off here. So he has to go. And we follow the rest of the chain to the other end, to right there. We'll see a bit of chain stretch in there too. So there we go, that's what we're going to have to knock off with that beast there. So something else that I do as well, just out of habit, I don't actually use these pins, but I just write 11 on them, so I don't get mixed up with 10 and 11. Now if you remember, I just put these rotor cranks on the other day with the new bottom bracket, so let's give that a spin test as well. That's 100% over what it was when we installed it at Slane's house. And it's just started to rain here outside, so if I can get this hooked up nice and fast, it'll be happy days. Opposite sides for the pin. Chain goes on. And we find where that pin is. This is probably there where it just clicked. And we lock it in place like that. That's it, we have to go inside. The rain's really coming down, but chain's on, happy days. Let's get smooth sailing indoors because out here is horrible.